Welcome to season number 3 here in the Houston Oilers franchise. We are now here for a new era of football here in Houston, led by number 7 rookie quarterback Keon Carter. The offseason was very eventful, so let's get you caught up. Antonio Gibson won his second straight Best Running Back of the Year award, which propelled him to a Superstar X Factor, our first on the team. Micah Hyde also got a development trade upgrade after he led all safeties in sacks with 7.5. We then got a surprise in the offseason, and it was Terrell Harvin. And it turns out he is Superstar X Factor. Now, in the comments section, you guys said that we should keep the X Factor, so I'm a man of the people. We are going to keep that, but that will be intact in week 3 because this is pre-recorded. Dave Washington also got a Superstar trait upgrade as well after winning Defensive Rookie of the Year in the AFC. He will be named a team captain. But the biggest move in the offseason was probably trading Dorian Thompson-Robinson to the Lions for the first pick in the second round. We then decided to first shore up our offensive line. We signed veterans David Bakhtiari to a 2-year, about $50 million contract, and then Joel Bitonio to that same exact contract pretty much. We then tried to bring DeAndre Hopkins back to Houston, but for a different team. Instead, he decided to sign with the Carolina Panthers on a 3-year, $26 million a year contract. We just couldn't compete. So, a consolation prize, we decided to bring back Robert Tonyan. And Tonyan was a sure-handed guy for DTR, and I think that he will be the same for the young quarterback. In free agency, we decided to sign Zadarius Smith to help out the pass rush, and he is signed to only just a 1-year deal. And then we signed Tommy Townsend to a 3-year deal to basically give us better field position on defense. That can help us out. Well, we had 2 picks in the first round. We decided to draft Nick Woods out of Alabama with our first pick, and after the preseason, it turns out that he is Superstar Dev. So we will get one of our best draft picks in this series so far to a Superstar Dev already. And so far, he only has 2 abilities, but we will give him Adrenaline Rush. With our second pick in the first round, we decided to trade up for both picks. We had traded up 6 spots each for each pick, and we decided to go after Von Cross out of Georgia. So the SEC rivals do combine here and form an alliance here with the Oilers, and Von Cross is kind of the same mold that we see from Nick Woods. So I'm curious to see who will have the better career out of those two. But at the top of the second round, we decided it was time to go after our quarterback, selecting Keon Carter 1 pick before the Packers would have probably selected him, to be honest with you. They decided to go with rookie quarterback Deshaun Mitchell, who is hidden dev, but Keon Carter is normal dev, but a lot more accurate, and is probably the most accurate quarterback in the entire draft class. If you want to see a preview of what's to come, look at this deep pass in the preseason. That one was right on the money for 6'5" Michael Wade Jr., who ends up making the roster this year. He was an undrafted free agent in season number 2. And looking at that, that is just a money throw, something we could not do in the past 2 years. In the third round, we decided to draft Alani Rutherford. Rutherford is an awesome cover cornerback. Actually, this was at the back of the second round, pick number 16. And we ended up really finding a gem here. And he looks a lot like Casey Burton did coming in, and probably a lot better, to be honest with you. And we failed to draft sign DeAndre Hopkins, so we decided to draft Quincy Hall instead. A big 6'3" target, good speed, and can go up and get it with the best of them. He actually starts out with 77 overall after training camp and after preseason, so I'm very looking forward to him and Marvin Mims lining up against from one another. So in the 6th round, we had one more pick. We decided to draft Alex Vogt, but he will be on the practice squad as this was just kind of a flyer pick. But we had a very good offseason and a very good draft and couple that with a very good free agency. So you guys submitted undrafted free agents, and we will reveal those in a couple of episodes. But just to show you, kind of what you're looking at, we found an undrafted free agent rookie, wide receiver, who has 99 speed and 99 acceleration. He's going to go to one of you guys to make this series fun. It's going to be a whole lot of it. And looking at him, 67 catching only, but that 99 speed is going to be something special. And like I said, he will join the roster starting on week 3 once I get everybody renamed. We did have to make some tough decisions in preseason. We went 1-2 in preseason. Keon Carter had a pretty good preseason, but we had to make some very tough cuts. Cutting Chase Brown, who's been with us since the beginning. Allen Robinson, who is still under contract. We ended up cutting him. We had to take a penalty, but it just didn't seem right to keep him on the roster. And then Justin Ross. We end up cutting him just after signing him in free agency. And then Matt McCord, who we traded for last season at the deadline, he ends up going to the practice squad. So here is our full roster. Phillip Waters will serve as the backup quarterback this year, and we will go with the youth movement. We have Jeff Holiday Jr. also, who was an undrafted free agent. He's a 3rd string. We will carry 3 quarterbacks. Michael Wade Jr. and Mercury Macklin both make the opening day roster at receiver. And then our line looks like this. I think this is the best offensive line we have had. Kevin Dotson and Terrence Steele are definitely going to be the big question marks. How is the right side of the line going to hold up? Terrence Steele was awful at pass protection last year. Hopefully he gets better. Terrell Harvin, like I said, will have that superstar X factor starting week 3. And then looking at our pass rush, I can't wait to see Zadarius Smith, Von Cross, and Nick Woods get after the quarterback. And then our cornerbacks, our top 3 are over 80 overall for the first time in this series. I'm very excited about that. And then Micah Hyde tries to follow up on the big year he had in his first year in Houston. Our schedule looks like this. We will play the Eagles in the opener, but we will play the Titans. And that is a very emotional game because the Titans are the team that the Houston Oilers were eventually renamed to. We then play the Browns on the road. Then we start divisional play, playing the Chargers. We play the Colts again for the 3rd straight year. The Giants, who replaced Saquon Barkley in the draft. The Chargers on the road after our bye. Then it gets tough. We play the Jaguars at home, the Cowboys, Patriots, and then we play Patrick Mahomes, who we have not beat in this series. But then in week 13, we face DTR, Dorian Thompson-Robinson, for the first time on the road in this series. And then finally, the Houston Bowl. We play at the Houston Texans. I've been waiting to have this game on our schedule. I'm excited for this schedule. It's going to be a fun one. And then we play the Washington Commanders. So we play the last 3 teams to make the Super Bowl this series. The Commanders, the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Kansas City Chiefs. So going into the regular season, we have a breakout scenario here for Von Cross, continuing his breakout from preseason. We need to get him 2+ combined sacks and tackles for loss to continue that breakout. We'll see if we can get it done. We also have a QB1 scenario, and our scenario is to beat the Eagles and have 2+ passing touchdowns versus the Eagles, but we all know how good this Eagles defense is. Even 2 years into this series, it's going to be tough. They still have Jalen Hurts. They still have A.J. Brown. Brown has regressed his depth trait, though, down to a star just based on his production. You have to be like top 10 in the league in order to keep that type of depth trait on you, but they still have the defense. The defense is still good. I'm worried about Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis up front. They're going to be a big issue, especially with our new interior linemen. And we'll see what our team can do in front of the home fans today as we do play this opener at home. Let's get this game underway. Jesse Fisher Jr., the 2nd-year pro who signed a 3-year extension after a big season 1 with the team. And he will get to have the ball thrown to him by Keon Carter, rookie out of Tennessee. We start this game at the 24. Here's a handoff. Antonio Gibson with some big space. He breaks the tackle and gets a gain of 17. And this is going to be what it's going to be early on in the season, making Keon Carter comfortable, not making him make too many throws. Here's a handoff this time. It's Gibson. Look at Sean Harris, the center, getting to the second level, just throwing guys off. And that's only a gain of 4, though. 2nd and 6. Carter takes off up the middle, and he has the first down. Now, his calling card is really his arm and his accuracy, not his legs. He's one of the least immobile quarterbacks in this draft. Here's a throw to left side, and the first pass is completed. It's Marvin Mims Jr., who I think is going to really benefit from having an accurate quarterback who can throw downfield. At the 31 now, play action fake, a lob pass to the right side, almost tipped and intercepted. Carter was hit on that throw, and it falls incomplete. It's 3rd and 10 now at the 32. From the shotgun, Carter throws across the middle. He's got Bob Tonyan, and he gets it knocked out. A good throw by Carter, but it will fall to the ground with the drop. So now here we are, 3-0 on defense for the first time. Let's see what Von Cross and Nick Woods can do. Here's a throw across the middle. That's going to be Zay Jones, who is now with the Philadelphia Eagles. He has enough for the first down. It's a gain of 19. We got to keep Jalen Hurts contained. Here's a throw to the right side. That's going to be caught. And once again, it's another receiver we're not used to seeing, Vincent Taylor, who is a rookie receiver. And he beats Alani Rutherford, the rookie out of USC, on that one. Hand off to DeAndre Swift. He gets the carry. And they've had all positive yards on this drive so far. And now they come out here with double tights formation to the left side. There's a throw to the right side on a crossing route to Devontae Smith. And they are inside the 10. Bryce Hall on the coverage. And now they're threatening to score. Here is a play action fake now. Hurts throws to left side. That's going to be caught. And I'm not sure what that play was, but a good play by Micah Hyde with the tackle. And now we get it to a 3rd and goal. Could have a big stop on this play. Throw to the right side. That's caught by Zay Jones. Touchdown, Eagles. And Jalen Hurts scores on his opening drive, and we knew this would be a tough game for both sides of the football, and the Eagles start out hot. It's 7-3. There's a nice carry. Look at Bitonio out there making blocks, and that one will be a gain of 9. So here is a fake reverse that time, and the Eagles don't fall forward, but we still pick up the first down. Gibson, remember, comes into this game as an X factor for the first time. Here's a quick screen out to left side. There's Marvin Mims. There's going to be a lot of plays like that, getting some guys out in space, utilizing that speed of Mims. So now get it to a 2nd and 4. The pressure was up the middle. Throw it to the right side. A wide open Marvin Mims, and Keon Carter misses him. 2 of 5 to start this game for Carter. 3rd and 4. This time Carter steps up, tries to throw it into a tight space. That one probably should not have been thrown there, and we will have to punt this one away. So here comes Jalen Hurts back out onto the field now. Read option call. And Von Cross falls for that one. No, that was Nick Woods, actually. And look at Jalen Hurts. He puts on a couple of moves and picks up the first down. A gain of 25 to start out this drive. 5 wide. They spread it out here. Hurts throws. Back shoulder. That one's knocked out of the hands of the receiver. That's Monty Marshall, 3rd-round draft pick from last year. Here's a quick throw to the right side. That's going to be caught. Alani Rutherford made a play on the ball, and he didn't go for the interception. I thought he could have had that one. And now it's a gain of 6, bringing it to a 3rd and 4. Quick throw. It's Devontae Smith for the catch and the first down. We start the second quarter now. The Eagles are across the 50. Here is Swift again, finding the running room. He has pretty good vision, picking up a gain of 7. No sign of Von Cross or Nick Woods yet. Here is a read option keeper. Somehow avoids Zadarius Smith on that one, and Jalen Hurts picks up another first down run. It's a gain of 16 yards on that one, and now they're at the 21. Handoff back to Swift. There is a nice stop behind the line. It's Trent Graham Jr. Now, Trent Graham was a defensive end last year. He converted over to a nose tackle to help out our young Terrell Harvin. Here's a quick throw, and that's DeAndre Swift beating the man coverage for the touchdown. Dave Washington got caught on him in coverage, and Swift is just a little too fast, and it is 14-3. What an impressive drive right there. That was a draining drive. Here we go on the first pass. It's going to be caught. Marvin Mims wide open. Keon Carter finds him. That's the accuracy you get from Carter. That throw was right on the money. So now across the 50 already. Here's a handoff. This time Gibson gets to the outside, makes a man miss, and will get about a gain of 14 yards. It's a first down. We're at the 19 now. Threatening to score. We're inside the red zone. Stretch play. It's J-Ron McAllister. He has it. Runs over a defender. He's inside the 10 as well. And now, here we go. The Eagles can't stop us on this drive. Play action fake now. First and goal. Here's Carter throwing to the back of the end zone. Marvin Mims had it, and he could not hold on. And that's incomplete. We eventually get it to a third and goal now at the 7. Running a man in motion. Carter under center. He has to throw this one away. He gets hit on the throw, and we fail to score after a very impressive start to that drive. We have to settle for 3. It is now 14-6, but Lesney knocks it through. So here they start this next drive at the 30. We need a big stop here. This is a 3rd and 5. Harvin pushes Jalen Hurts out of the pocket, and he finds his man downfield anyway. It's a first down for the Eagles. Dallas Goedert, his first catch of the game. Jalen Hurts is 10 of 12. Here's Hurts now moving again, throwing deep down the right side. He's got Zay Jones again. Touchdown. We send the pressure at Hurts, and it's just not working. Jalen Hurts just moves, just avoids pressure, buys a little time, and throws downfield. And they're up 21-6 now. So here is Gibson running the football to the right side. That one will be a stop, only a gain of 3. And now the ball has to go into the hands of the young rookie quarterback, Keon Carter, for a 3rd and 7. Here is Carter. Under pressure, he goes down. It's Hassan Reddick. Nobody was really open on that pass anyway. And it's a loss of about 12. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Here are the Eagles back on the field. There's a nice pass breakup. And that's Casey Burton, who's going to need a big bounce back year in his second year in the secondary. Now 3rd and 8, throw across the middle. This one's intercepted. It's Bryce Hall. He's got it at the 45 and tackled. Bryce Hall led our team in interceptions a year ago. He had 3, and this time guarding Devontae Smith, he just turns around and makes an excellent play right there. And that's a way to help out your young quarterback. So here we are back on the field. Here's a play action fake throw in, and that's a catch. Jesse Fisher Jr. Touchdown. The young speedster does it again. Led us in touchdowns a year ago with 6, and Keon Carter just puts it right on the money, right over the top of the cornerback, and that's an excellent touch pass. And it is 21-13. We're right back in it. Under a minute to go now. Another turnover could change this game. Here's a throw to the right side. That's an excellent catch. And only a couple of guys can make that one, Devontae Smith. And that's a first down. 24 seconds to go. The Philadelphia Eagles have 2 timeouts. The pressure gets to Jalen Hurts, and he throws it away. And now it's a 3rd and 10. Can we stop them before halftime and go into this half respectably? Here's a throw to the right side. It's Alani Rutherford on the coverage on Zay Jones, and he makes the play. So that one falls to the ground. We end up kneeling it out to go to halftime, and we are right in this game, 21-13. This is a good one. So let's just check out some of the week 1 matchups. And I want to check out one in particular, and it's the Denver Broncos taking on the Washington Commanders. Remember, this is the AFC Rookie of the Year taking on the NFC Rookie of the Year a year ago, and it's 7-7 going into halftime. We get to face both of those teams this year, obviously. And now here's the first pass of the second half. That's a throw from Jalen Hurts across the middle for a gain of 5. Zay Jones has been their leading receiver so far. Here's a run to the left side, and that's a stop by Micah Hyde and Devin Bush behind the line of scrimmage. And now we have a big 3rd and 8. We can get our quarterback the ball back to start this half right away at the 27. We send pressure, throwing across the middle. It's incomplete. I think the throw was a little bit off because of the crossing routes rubbed a little bit, and Casey Burton was in coverage. So here we go back on offense. Here's a throw across the middle. That one into traffic, almost picked off, actually. Looking for Bob Tonyan. And now we get it to a eventual 3rd and 8 at our own 28 now. 4 wide out there with Bob. Here is Carter. Nobody to throw it to. It's a sack. He just needed more time. I think he was looking way downfield. It looked like, I believe that was Jesse Fisher Jr. had a step. So now 21-13. The Eagles starting out the next drive running the football, and that's DeAndre Swift with a first down run. Close to the 50 just about. It looks like Jalen Hurts has tripped to the left side, throws to the right, though. It's DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And now another 3rd down. Can we come up with a stop? This is a read option keeper. Hurts gets around the edge. Micah Hyde couldn't make the stop. Bryce Hall eventually runs him down, and Sidney Brown pushes him out. It's a big-time gain. And now they are inside the 10-yard line. So now here they are, threatening to score. It's a handoff. DeAndre Swift pretty much walks in for the touchdown. And the Eagles make this a 2-score lead now. And we have some work to do on offense. 28-13. Keon Carter starts out the first drive here, and he hands off. And that's Antonio Gibson approaching 100 yards. As now we get it in the I formation. Play action fake. Throw into the right side. Hit on the throw is Keon Carter, and it's a duck in, and it's intercepted. It's Hassan Reddick, who already has 2 sacks and an interception on the young quarterback. Keon Carter was under pressure, and that one just falls into the hands of the linebacker. So here is a throw across the middle to start the next drive. That's A.J. Brown with a catch, and Devontae Smith is shaken up on that play. So here are the Eagles now inside of scoring range. A big-time run up the middle, and that was after a penalty brought it back to a 2nd and 20, and they get 16 yards by DeAndre Swift. And now it is 3rd and 4. Quick throw, and that's going to be Goddard again. He has enough for the first. He needed, 5 yards? He got 6, and it's a first down. Under 2 minutes to go here in the 3rd. Handoff to Swift. He has a lot of space. Wide open all the way to the inch-yard line. And now it's goal to go. The Eagles are starting to put their foot on the gas. Now at the 1. Handoff. That's a touchdown. It's Alexander Madison who signed with the Eagles. And it is now a 22-point lead. We just blinked. We were just down by a touchdown. Now down by 22. So here's Keon Carter rolling to the right side. Thought about throwing it, and he will take off himself, picking up a gain of 8. Now at our own 38. Here's a handoff. This time Gibson finds the space, but Jalen Carter has been disruptive all game long. So here we are in the pocket. Carter steps up, throws across the middle. That's going to be the first catch of the career of Quincy Hall. Quincy Hall, 6'3" out of Auburn. He's going to be a guy that's going to go up and get it in a lot of situations. He just hasn't had the opportunity today yet. But here's a handoff to Gibson, and that's a stop. And now another 3rd and 10 at the 42 as the third quarter winds down here. This is going to be the last play of the quarter. Carter out of the pocket. He's just going to try to get rid of it. It's the 3rd sack of the game by Hassan Reddick. He is just tearing us apart today. 3 sacks and an interception. We have to punt the ball away at that point. Here is DeAndre Swift, started out the next drive, only a gain of 2. Now 3rd and 8. Can we come up with a stop? It's Dave Washington getting pressure. It's a sack. Jalen Hurts goes down. Dave Washington, 7.5 sacks a year ago, and he gets his first of the year. The captain will get to the quarterback. So here we go back on offense, trying to put some points on the board here. Here is Carter throwing across the middle. That's Marvin Mims, who's having a pretty big day. And then Joel Bitonio is going to be hurt on that play. He's going to have to come out. 1st and 10 at the 30. Handoff. Gibson. He has it to the left side. And now Gibson is shaken up. 2 straight injuries on 2 straight plays, and Gibson is walking very, very slowly on the sideline. At the 29 now, here is Carter. Play action fake. Throwing to a wide open Bob Tonyan. And that's going to be a first down. Only 9 of 18. I didn't want to throw too many passes with Keon Carter. Staying under 20 right here. Here's Carter throwing to the right side. He's got Marvin Mims for the touchdown. The long crossing route, and Marvin Mims gets in. Carter makes an excellent throw right there. Escaping pressure, throwing on the run nonetheless, and it's right on the money. And the Houston Oilers aren't out of this game, but we will need a couple of stops here, down by 14. Here's a handoff. DeAndre Swift fighting off a tackler, and he picks up a gain of 6 yards. At their own 42 now. Here from the shotgun, Hurts throws across the middle, and that is knocked out of the hands of the receiver. And Micah Hyde is there with the coverage. So down by 2 scores, 4 minutes to go. See if we can do something here at our own 35. Let's see. Carter in the pocket, throws to a wide open Marvin Mims. He's got to be close to 100 yards on the game with that catch. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception for Keon Carter to this point. Just about 200 yards passing. But here is Carter going down in the pocket, and Hassan Reddick will go and get credit for a half sack. That's 3.5 today. 3rd and 8. Carter in the pocket, throws across the middle, into tight coverage. It's intercepted. The pocket was collapsing, and he threw it a lot earlier than he had to, but that pressure has been on Carter the entire game, and he ends up throwing to Mercury Macklin, and it's an interception, and now the Eagles take back over. 35-21, and the ball. Swift, a big-time handoff, and that's a first down. 20 carries, 93 yards for DeAndre Swift. Jalen Hurts is also at 75 or 78 yards rushing. And here is Swift again, getting a big-time run to the right side, covering that ball, and that one puts him over 100 yards officially. Another handoff here, back to Swift, but there's a nice stop by Trent Graham Jr., his second tackle for loss in this game. And now it is 3rd and 11. Another handoff. Swift stopped in the backfield. It's Terrell Harvin. He's going to be Superstar X Factor in 2 games, and he makes the stop right there. So we do get them to settle for 3, but this will be the last play of the game. Jesse Fisher Jr. has it, and the Eagles come into our house and defeat us by 17, 38-21. It was a hard-fought battle by this Oilers team, but we just didn't have enough. Hassan Reddick was ridiculous in this game, and the defense actually didn't play too bad in the first half. I think we gave up some big plays, but we did come up with stops, and that was the main thing, but it's just that their offense in the end was just way too much to keep up with. Now, I want to evaluate Keon Carter because I thought he made some really good throws, and obviously we didn't ask him to do too much. We wanted to run the football, but then once Antonio Gibson was out and once we were down in the game, we couldn't run the football as much. But we did get Marvin Mims going. We did get Jesse Fisher Jr. going. That was a big-time game from Mims. He goes over 100 yards, 7 catches, 106. Jesse Fisher is the only other receiver with over 1 catch, 4 for 69 and a touchdown. But I'm definitely going to be looking to spread the ball out this season, and that's one thing that I want to do. But Terrence Steele had kind of a bad game versus Hassan Reddick. I would say one of the sacks wasn't really his fault. We rolled out into the sack, but the other two, definitely his fault. So that's just something to look out for this year. But remember, Terrence Steele is locked up into a long-term contract. So even if we, eventually wanted to make a move, that's way too early to say right now, but it would be kind of tough. But our defense actually had some tackles for loss. Von Cross had 1 in this game, and he needed 2 to continue his breakout, so that's going to be done. But I didn't see Nick Woods at all. I could not see him on the field at all. He was rushing off the right edge the entire game, and he didn't really make an impact, so hopefully that gets better. But we do lose, and now these scenarios have consequences, and we do lose 5 play recognition for next game. That's kind of harsh for the opener. I mean, it's just one game, the first game of the season at that. But we do have some bad news. Antonio Gibson, in his first game as an X Factor, has a foot fracture. It will sideline him for 2 weeks. So we're going to see a lot of J-Ron McAllister the next couple of games versus the Titans and the Browns. So that's going to be a very big story to look out for, and it might allow us to throw the ball a little more. But the Titans are a reformed team. They now have Jared Goff under center at quarterback. They also still have Derrick Henry, who is no longer superstar X Factor. He actually regressed quite a bit, and we will talk about that next episode. And then they still have Traylon Burks, but they have Devin Duvernay and DJ Chark. And then that incredible defensive front is still there with the Titans. They've always had a pretty good defense. So this is going to be a pretty emotional game, facing the team that eventually took our name and renamed it and repurposed it and everything and moved to Tennessee. So that's going to do it. Next episode, we'll see if we can bounce back with a big win on the road. Hit subscribe, hit that like button. Stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.
I hope the rain don't come in November, 'cause the summer went way too fast. I'm trying real hard to remember